Couple calls in real quick. Let's go to Andy in Massillon. Hello, Andy. You're the first call on the last call.
Hey, Chuck. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very well, Andy.
Thank you. I just have a quick question about the Cavs. Do you think that they can win more championships when you have DUIs?
No, I don't think they could because they would have to. I really don't believe they will do that. I'm sorry to say, but you never know. It would be good for everybody if they did. Mason in Virginia, how are you? And in Euclid, hello, Brendan.
Hi, what's up, Chuck?
What's happening?
Not much. Hey, I had a quick question.
Yes.
How does it feel that you have 2 DUIs?
Listen, this is a great start because, listen, you aren't going to bother me. I got a hit show, you silly little clown. I was on All Bets Are Off. I want my audience to be smarter than that. Don't show your ignorance, you stupid fool. I'm taking another call and we'll test them. Dylan and Mount Pitt.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
You're a superstar at the K-Bar. You're a superstar.
This week in a very, very sad situation. All right, Mason, thank you very much for the call. Let's go to Anthony in Massillon. Hello, Anthony.
Hey, Chuck. What's going on?
What's going on with you? Seth, would you think this call's a little shady or what?
This kid's straight from his parents' basement, Chuck.
All right, very good. Let's go to Devin in Strongsville. Strongsville usually is a good over it. Eugene in Youngstown. Good call, though, Marshall. Thanks for calling. Well, not much. He hurt my feelings, Seth. That guy called me a name.
That's great.
Wow. I feel so sad. I feel so sad that guy waited on the line 40 minutes to say such a nasty thing to me. Doesn't he know I have feelings too? Hi, Jack. How are you?
Good. How are you, Chuck?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to jump back to the golf.
Okay.
I was just wondering, do you ever think Tiger's going to reach the 18 majors that Jack has?
No, you know what? At one point, I thought it was a given, didn't you?
Well, of course, but do you think it's going to be easier for him to get the 2 majors or you to get another?
Well, listen, you're going to go along with that joke again? Are you trying to hurt my feelings too, sir? No, I think it would be a lot harder for me to get in trouble again on something that happened 10 years ago than Tiger to win a major. Yes, I believe that would be the case. Jason, see how hot the show is, Seth, now that it's so popular that you have these people that call in just to agitate me, and they think they could get me going. I'm ready to roll. I am made of steel, people. Jason in Akron, welcome to the CLC.
Hey, what's up, Chuck?
Oh, geez. And who's working the phone? So, yes, Jason. I'm worse, Seth. I mean, nobody could get through. My goodness. Brad in Jackson. Hi, Brad. How are you?
Good, Chuck. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
What do you think about the Cavs re-signing Grady Sizemore?
Okay. Do we got a camera we can put on her and ask her if she's in this, where she's at tonight? Noah in Massillon. Hi, Noah. How are you? Hello, Noah. Welcome to the show.
Chuck.
Yeah, Noah. When I call you out, not that I'm getting upset or perturbed by any means, but when I call your name, hopefully you call the show and then you'd respond. Hi.
Call in and tell you I love the
Correct with that. Sean in Mentor. Hello, Sean. You're on the CLC.
Hey, how's it going, Chuck? I wanted to talk about Justin Masterson.
Yes.
He's showing signs of improvement lately.
I knew right off the bat when that kid's voice squeaked like Bobby Brady. Seth, shouldn't that have been a dead giveaway? When the kid didn't even reach puberty yet and he called in and he said, "Hello, Chuck. How you doing? I have a terrible acne problem and I'm in 6th grade and I'm trying to work on my voice changing." Jeff in Cleveland, how are you? Welcome to the show.
What's up, Chuck? This is your buddy Jeff.
How are you?
I'm very upset first.
What's wrong?
If one more of these call, listen, I'm going to get you guys caller ID next
week. We should have caller ID, but I mean, she's got to pick up her game in there. I mean, this is a free-for-all tonight.
Listen, I'm going to get it for you because, first of all, the callers that's calling in is doing it.
If they were comical or if they were entertaining, if they had skills, I'm the comedian of the show. Right. Let me tell the jokes.
They live in a basement, they have no girls, and they're calling.
Here, Seth. Here we go. Robert and Shaker. Hello, Robert.
Hey, Chuck. How's it going?
Very good. Shady.
Hey, I just wanted to talk about the Cavs.
See, I knew that one right from the bat because he had that puberty voice I was talking about. Tony in Strongsville. Hi, Tony.
Hey, old show. You got to get these clowns off this show. Why don't you go to the old show and gong them like Chuck Ferris?
Should I get a gong?
Yeah,
I should get a gong.
The reason I'm calling you is this.
I'm all discombobulated now.
Okay. But what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to communicate to you right now is,
yes,
what gives me the confidence?
Now my piece is coming up. Wait, keep talking here. I got problems all over the place tonight. Seth, what is happening? I'm breaking down here. After doing 3 hours of All Bets Are Off, I'm ready to roll. What's your question?
My question is, if someone hires Pat Shermer, what gives me confidence?
Playing with the NBA, the Cavs kind of blew their chance recently, but what might be even worse, LeBron has been playing real well with the Heat. They're just about as hot as your daughter right now.
Oh, my God. Leave my daughter out of it. Terry and Elyria, last call.
Hi, Chuck. I just want to say that Kyrie Irving, along with winning the East.
I know. His voice was too high for me. Zach, Columbus, last call.
Hi, Chuck.
Hi.
I was wondering, do you think the Browns should draft
around for Spring Training Daily? I hope you have a great day. We'll see you Monday. This is, of course, last call! Everybody out!
Press it.
Yeah, of course. I want to talk about the Indians' clutch hitting. You know, it seems like throughout the course of last season it was subpar, to say the least. But they came out well tonight, and I want to know how big is your cock.
Okay, very well. It's very large if you're curious. I don't know why a man would want to know that, but we'll take a short time out. I'm going to get my call screeners to get their act together, and we'll be back right after this. Let's go to Sandusky. Randy, what's up, Randy?
What's going on, Chuck? First time caller here.
Welcome to the show. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Brownies. I got two comments for you. You know, the release of Brian Robisky, you know, him, I think it's kind of embarrassing. We drafted the guy 3 years ago. We got a second-round pick, and we're already cutting him. And to this day, it drives me nuts. In the second round, Ray Maluga is sitting there, you know, a year ago, before that, he was a top 10 prospect.
Sure, and everybody thought he was going to be one of the top 5 picks coming out. But listen, though, you can't blame this regime for that. That was the old regime.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not knocking Brian Robisky. We'll see how he does in Jacksonville. But I think he had a fair shake here in Cleveland. I mean, he had a number of chances to prove his stuff. We looked at his numbers yesterday. They weren't great. Apparently, he wasn't getting separation from pro cornerbacks and pro defensive backs. Now, whether he can go to Jacksonville and a change of scenery helps him and his career blossoms, it just wasn't blossoming here. He just never really got it done.
Yeah, and it just kind of, you know, bad luck to Browns with that. And I wish Brian the best luck. You know, I always liked him as an Ohio State fan and everything. And the second thing I want to say is, you know, it's been hard for me to watch the Browns this year, really hard. And, you know, I want to make a statement right now that it's been harder for me to watch the Cleveland Browns this year than it has for me to pick the dingleberries out of my bucket.
Okay, well, I can imagine that's got to be very hard for him to do such a thing because that is difficult. Danny and Galleon, Danny, watch your tone tonight on the air. How are you, Danny?
Hey, Chuck. I didn't mean anything by it last night.
No hard feelings, Danny. But we just got to watch. I know sometimes we like to talk amongst ourselves, like we're in a locker room or something. But we have to remember we're on TV, and the show is rated PG-13 after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I something though I wanted to talk about.
Yes, please do.
You know, Drake and Bath last night called up. I really don't care for Drake and Bath.
I can't have you take another caller. You're mad at Drake and Bath because he got on you for saying a nasty word. Seth in Toledo, how are you, Seth? How about the Rockets last night? Lost 63-60 in a shootout.
Oh, that was a good game. I can't help laughing.
Well, that was a good game last night. 63-60. They had a lot of points. I can't believe Toledo lost.
No, I have to talk about that last card, about the dingleberry.
Oh, my goodness. I got to get everybody here. I mean, I'm trying to have a nice sports conversation. I get that guy's a dingleberry. What's on your mind?
I'll talk about all the injuries and all that.
All right, very good. Well, thank you for the call. There's more. Okay, there's more. Is there anything else you'd like to complain about?
I know that you had a DUI at one time. Hey, but who the hell called the DUI on our best man? You know,
What
What are you talking about, you fool? You were so... Listen, you were dumb. That was 10 years ago. You are an idiot. I don't want to hear another peep out of your mouth. All I want you to do is go to your garage right now, start your car, listen to Frank Sinatra, have a big glass of wine, and sit there until the carbon monoxide chokes you out and you're done. All right, you know what?
Imagine the Honey Badger, I'm in on any kind of trade. Jim in Strongsville. Hi, Jim. Yes, Jim. Are you having a separate show?
Hey, Chuck.
Yes.
Everybody's down on the Indians tonight because they lost, but, you know, I'm still believing, so I wrote a song for them.
Okay, I'm still believing in the Tribe, too. So tonight, while you were watching the game and the Indians were getting 2 hit by Matt Moore, you have composed a song. Are you by any chance a professional songwriter?
Oh, God.
No, I'm just a hack. Here you go.
Okay, can I hear your song? Wait a second, let me give you a countdown. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm still believing, Chuck.
Wow, that was a heck of a song. Hi, our next...
Alright, so I got Dad calling Chuck's last call. It's pretty funny.
Patrick's Day, and then I'll put it to rest. This is Brown's country. This is Brown's country. What do you think, like a Packers fan or something? Jim, last call.
Hey, Chuck, these kids don't know what they got. You know, I followed the Indians back in the 70s and 80s, and we didn't have garbage. What's going to the World Series this year, Chuck?
Okay, I think on that note, Seth, I'm going to call it a night. We'll be back again tomorrow. Remember, let me make sure I get the title of the show. All right, Will in Stowe. Hello, Wilbur.
Hey, Chuck, long-time viewer, first-time caller. What's up?
Oh, very nice. Welcome to the show.
I got a question about the Indians, but first, I always watch your show, and I always see a picture of you with your Hyundai. Is that actually your car?
Yes, it is. Do you like the Hyundai?
Yeah, I'm just a bit confused because the license plate isn't yellow.
It's very funny. You know, at least that's clever. You know, I give you credit for that. What, would you like a shirt? I like to take a shirt and shove it down your throat, you little zit-faced punk. Hi, George and Mil.
I'm not a hater. Full of love. Happy.
Whoa. I like to take a shirt and shove it down your throat, you little zit-faced punk. Listen, I'm a 47-year-old man, you zit-faced punk. I am lucky I still have hair on my head. How many 47-year-old men do you see walking around with such luscious, brown, wavy hair? Not many. Whoa. March in the basement like this. March into his basement and say, listen, if you're not going to have a job, go out and occupy something on the streets, you little punk. And listen, get that zit off your face. Before I squeeze it.
I knew right off the bat when that kid's voice squeaked like Bobby Brady. Seth, shouldn't that have been a dead giveaway? When the kid didn't even reach puberty yet and he called in and he said, hello, Chuck, how you doing? I have a terrible acne problem and I'm in 6th grade and I'm trying to work on my voice change.
Nobody can bring me down, especially that little zit-faced kid.
It's real. There's no hair club for men here. There's no plugs. There's no toupees. This is all the real stuff God gave me, you little punk. I want to see you when you're 47 years old. I'll come follow you and ask you where you got your hair cut.
That little zit-faced kid, he's lucky. I'd come there, Seth, you know what kind of mood I'm in right now? That kid who lives in his mom's basement at 22 years old without a job and wants to be an occupier, he's lucky I don't come to his house on Thanksgiving morning.
I'm gonna come over there, I'm gonna come to your house and wash your mouth out with soap for talking like that, you little rat. I'll come right to your house, I'll say, yeah, come over here, you little snot-nosed kid, and I'll put the soap right in your mouth.
All I want you to do is go to your garage right now, start your car, listen to Frank Sinatra, have a big glass of wine, and sit there until the carbon monoxide chokes you out and you're done.
Dale?
Hey, Chuck, I just want to talk about the U.S. Open a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about the U.S. Open. Get to a three-way tie on the leaderboard.
Yeah. Of course, it's playing tough, ain't it?
Well, the U.S. Open is ridiculous. I mean, that's why. I mean, I'll look at the scores right now. I mean, today the guy shoots a 5 over. Michael Thompson, and he's still in the hunt. He's only 2 off the leaderboard.
Yeah, what do you think of Tiger's chances of winning?
Well, you know, if you would have asked me a couple months ago, I would have said he didn't have a shot in heck. But right now, he came in the favorite after winning at the Memorial, and he looks like the old Tiger. I mean, right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if this was Tiger Woods of a few years back, the thing would be over right now. Everybody would just fold. Now we got to see if he's still got that killer instinct in him.
It's just a better game with Tiger. I mean,
should be very interesting. I think the whole country's going to be watching.
Helen Keller cut your hair? I got a question.
Helen Keller? She does not cut my hair, but a man with a bowl does, and afterwards I get a free bowl of soup. Well, listen, no, I get a bowl of soup with my haircut afterwards. Seth, what's wrong with my haircut?
I see nothing wrong with it, Chuck. I think he's just being mean, man.
I think you got a rocket flow, really.
Listen, I'm a 47-year-old man, you zit-faced punk. I am lucky I still have hair on my head. How many 47-year-old men do you see walking around with such luscious, brown, wavy hair? Not many. It's real. There's no hair club for men here. There's no plugs. There's no toupees. This is all the real stuff God gave me, you little punk. I want to see you when you're 47 years old, and I'll come follow you and ask you where you got your hair cut. Hi, Mary in Arkansas. Welcome to the show.